Noah what? Say your whole name.
Michael Morris.
Noah Michael Morris?
Yes.
Yeah? Are these all your friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What do you want to say? How old are you?
Come here. Up there. How you friends all with you? How old are you?
Hey, say excuse me. Did you make all your friends laugh? Yeah? And you're 4 years old? Yes. Okay. And you said, what is your favorite animal? You told us that it's okay. And this is your family. Who's in there? Who's in your picture? Stand to the side so Daddy can see.
Mommy,
Put this on
Dad,
Facebook for Miss Laura.
no, Noah, Daddy, Mia, Noah, Daddy, Mia, Mommy, Alex, my brother Alex.
Your big brother Alex?
Yes.
Yeah. And what is your favorite place? You said on here what your favorite place is.
Dinosaurs. Unless we go a dinosaur toy store.
To a dinosaur toy store?
Yes.
Yeah. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
Big treasure rich.
Oh, a paleontologist with big T-Rex. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And what's your favorite thing to do? Over here, but you put pirate stickers. But what's your favorite thing to do?
I love play pirates.
And you said play Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I have Star Wars at my home. Look at
And Noah, thing, if you had one thing to wish for, what would you wish for?
T-Rex wish.
Yes, a T-Rex wish.
I know. Hey, nobody.
Everything's dinosaurs.
That's all right.
Oh, and what's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Chicken. And what is your favorite color? You said right up here. You told us.
Red.
Red. Yeah. You gonna tell your
We
friends?
knew it.
Yeah.
Red and orange.
Red and orange is your favorite? Yeah. So we picked a book. This is a new book. And no, I've been wanting to buy this because you know what? When I was a little girl, this was one of my favorite stories. How many of you have heard of Rumpelstiltskin? Have you guys read that book before? Rumpelstiltskin?
I want to pick a question.
You want to pick a question? Oh, okay. Ask a question before we read your book.
Max. Where did you get the book from?
Where did I get the book from? I bought it at Children's Hospital where I work.
Yes.
They have a gift shop there, and they have
They
lots
had
of
a
toys.
gift shop there.
Yeah.
They
and so
had
that's where I picked it.
toys.
Mhm. Did you want
Look it.
to ask another question?
Yes.
Okay.
You stop. I'm trying to look at it. I can't see.
Oh,
I love you, Noah. You
Aw,
could
that's
see.
sweet.
Jenny, sit on your bottom.
What do you tell your friend? He said he loves you.
Thank you. Jacob.
That is very sweet.
I love you too.
Thank you, Bubba.
Where did you get that book?
Okay, can she read the book?
Where did I get it? We got it. Oh, he was taking a couple
Oh, I'm
questions.
sorry.
We got it at I bought it at Children's Hospital
Yes.
in the gift shop. That's where I work. I work at Children's
Mommy,
Hospital where all the kids go
Mommy,
to get better.
he is a bad guy. He didn't steal the bag. He didn't steal the baby.
Yes, that's Rumpelstiltskin. So we're gonna start the book, okay? Because this one's kind of a little long.
No, this is kind of
We didn't get our.
nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice thing.
Okay, so here we go. It's a very colorful book. I love it. Once upon a time, there was a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter. Her eyes were the color of cornflowers, and she had rosy pink cheeks. She was so lovely and clever that the miller couldn't resist telling everyone about her. One day, the king rode through the village. The miller desperately wanted to impress the king. "Your Highness, my daughter is pretty and smart," he boasted. But the king took no notice. "She can also spin straw into gold," the miller added, sure that this would get the king's attention. See, the king's on the horse.
Yes.
You want to turn the page?
And No. And that guy.
That's the miller. That's the dad, and this is his daughter. Okay, sit down so everybody can see.
Okay. I like this thing
You
too.
can turn. You want to turn too?
On the
Okay.
bottom, everyone.
You want to sit down on the bottom with everyone, or sit in your chair?
Sit in my chair.
So when the king heard that the girl can spin straw into gold, the king stopped and said, "Whoa!" The king stopped his horse and demanded to meet the miller's daughter. He took her back to his castle and led her up a winding staircase to a room in the turret. There she found a spinning wheel and a towering pile of straw. "Spin this straw into gold by morning," said the king, "or you'll be thrown in the dungeon." Uh-oh, she's got to get to work.
Yes.
As soon as the king left, the miller's daughter began to cry. If she had a year to spin the straw into gold, she couldn't, for she didn't know how. Thinking about the dark, dingy dungeon, she sobbed even louder. Just then, a funny little man danced into the room, clicking his heels and tapping his toes. "Spinning straw into gold is easy as can be, but if I do that for you, what will you give me? The miller's daughter offered the little man her necklace, and quick as a flash, he spun the straw into gold thread. The next morning, the king was so pleased that he brought the girl an even bigger pile of straw. Again, he ordered her to spin it into gold by dawn. Well, she didn't know how to do it. Sure that she would be dragged into the dungeon, the miller's daughter wept. Does anybody know what the word wept means?
No.
It means cry.
Yes.
It's another word for crying. And just as before, the funny little man jiggled into the room. "Spinning straw into gold is easy as can be, but if I do that for you, what will you give me?" He's clicking his feet. This time the miller's daughter gave the little man her ring. Quick as a flash, she spun the straw into gold thread that gleamed in the morning light. See all the straw? And he spins it in the gold. Sit down. Everybody can see. The king was delighted and wanted more. He brought the girl a pile of straw so tall it reached the ceiling. So tall. She was told to spin it into gold by sunrise. Once more, the girl cried, and the funny little man hopped and skipped into the room. "Spinning straw into gold is easy as can be, but if I do that for you, what will you give me?"
Yes.
Oh, please.
Simple math.
This time the miller's daughter had nothing left to offer him. He made her promise to give him her firstborn child. Then, fingers flying and toes tapping, he spun the straw into gold. The king was so overjoyed with the golden thread that he asked the miller's daughter to marry him. They held the wedding the very next day, and the miller almost burst with pride when his daughter became queen. The king and queen were very happy, and the miller was poor no longer. After a year of the wedding, the queen had a bonny baby boy. She had forgotten all about the funny little man and the promise she had made him. Do you remember what the promise was that she made the little man?
Yes.
That if he spun the straw into gold, she'd have to give him her child. Uh-oh. One day while the queen hummed a lullaby, the funny little man danced into the nursery and demanded the prince. "Oh, please don't take my son," the queen begged. The funny little man thought for a moment. Then he clapped his hands and sang, "You can keep the prince if you play my game. You've got 3 days to guess my name." So she gets to keep the baby if she can guess his name. Got it. The queen lay awake all night making a list of all the names she could think of. That evening, the little man twirled into the nursery again. "Is your name Harry? Or Larry? Or Barry?" asked the queen. But all of her guesses were wrong. The little man cackled with glee and sang, "You can keep the prince if you play my game. You've got 2 more days to guess my name." Uh-oh, 2 more days. The The next day, the queen sent messengers all over the kingdom to find more names. That evening, so everybody can see.
Mom, where's the treasure?
Yeah, that's the map. Sit down so everybody can see it. That's the map of the kingdom. Then that evening, the little man appeared again. Are you named Tim, or Jim, or Kim? Asked the queen. Once again, all her guesses were wrong. The little man hooted with delight and sang, "You can keep the prince if you play my game. You've got one more day to guess my name." Oh no, one more day. What is she gonna do?
She's gonna get it right.
I hope so. The next day, the queen's servant was chopping logs in the woods when he heard a strange sound. He ducked behind a pine tree and watched a funny little man leaping around a fire, singing, "The queen will never win this game, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name." The servant hurried home to tell the queen what he had seen. That evening, when the little man danced into the nursery, the queen pretended to think. She said, "Is your name Doodlebug? Or Tiddlywinks? Or Flibberty-Gibberty-Bit?" The little man shrieked with laughter and shook his head. "Do you give up?" he asked, reaching for the baby. "I know. It's Rumpelstiltskin!" exclaimed the queen. The little man's face turned as red as a beet, and he howled. "Oh, what a shame, what a terrible shame. The queen knows Rumpelstiltskin's my name." Throwing himself to the floor, he kicked his feet and pounded his fist so hard that the board splintered and split. Rumpelstiltskin tumbled through the floor, and he was never seen again. The end. And the king and queen and baby lived happily ever after. The end. Story of Rumpelstiltskin. That's a fun one.
No, Mom.
What?
Where's this baby? He did this baby.
No, the baby stayed with the queen. She guessed his name. Yeah, really.
Oh.
Did you guys like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you're the